So while the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 really is a truly amazing little camera, it isn't perfect. So I've had it for a little over a month now, and these are just some of the things that I've ran into in the last month or so of daily heavy use of the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. My name is UK. Let's just get into it. Okay, so I think I will start with my biggest complaint, my biggest issue I faced with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and that is its autofocus. Now, I'm not sure what's going on, but as soon as I put my Pocket 3 on a tripod, step back 10 feet, and try and frame a shot with me in it, it will lose focus of my face and just start focus hunting, just random objects in the room. I don't run into this issue, obviously, with active track or with face track enabled and stuff like that. But as soon as I put it down on a tripod and then I step back a little bit, it really struggles to find focus, especially me. Now, I don't know if I'm spoiled because I'm used to Sony's autofocus, but there's been times where I have been 15 feet away. I've been recording long form video content on the Pocket 3. And I've gone back and reviewed it, and the focus is kind of all over the place. Like for a minute and a half, it'll be perfect. Then it'll be on a tripod. Then it'll be on a mug, and no idea what's going on there. Not sure if it's just me. This is with the continuous autofocus setting as well. I've tried all the different focus modes, and it still focus hunts. I've just done the firmware update, and it still focus hunts quite a lot. So absolutely not a problem. When you vlog in, when your face is front and center, good to go. As soon as I step away from it and I frame a shot with me 10, 15 feet away, it focus hunts all over the place. So there's been times where, especially over the last few days, I've had to basically go and reshoot footage because the focus has just been absolutely terrible. So just something to know. And again, I don't know if this is just me and my copy. I don't know if I'm have a setting wrong in here or something. Well, let me know in the comments if this is just me, because it's a little bit frustrating to deal with. Another negative of the Osmo Pocket 3 is their magnetic attachment system for like the wide angle lens or ND filters. When I originally got it, I purchased a lens protector, a tempered glass lens protector. These things are so fragile. I was super worried about breaking it, and I didn't have DJI Care refresh at the time. So I popped the lens protector on, and then the magnetic attachments, they would skate on the glass. They wouldn't clip into place. So I had to take the lens protector off. But on the subject of these little magnetic attachments, these tiny little ND filters are even worse. They are just so thin and difficult to handle, let alone place. I have always carried around a lens cloth, and even that isn't going to get all the fingerprints off when you finally do get it lined up. If you've got big hands or you're just a little bit clumsy, dealing with ND filters or the wide angle lens can be finicky, and I get fingerprints on it all the time. I have like 2 or 3 different lens cloths laying around just because of the fingerprints I get on everything, trying to swap either ND filters or to the wide angle lens. Maybe something they could fix for the Osmo Pocket 4, maybe some kind of like little slider, but it definitely needs some way to manage the light control better. These tiny little ND filters, I mean, that just has to be a better solution to this. I look at it right now, and I guarantee it's going to be just full. Yeah, it's just full of fingerprints. Absolutely full of them. Not a deal breaker, but just maybe something they might fix in the Osmo Pocket 4. Who knows? This one's probably a little bit petty, and it may, again, just be me. But when I use my phone, when I use the DJI Mimo app, I've been using it all the time now. Like I was saying, framing shots from further away, using the app to check the settings, to check the framing, stuff like that. If I get a notification or somebody's trying to get a hold of me, somebody calls me, or anything. If I tab out of the app for any more than 20 seconds, by the time I go back to the app, it's fully disconnected, and I have to rejoin the network and reconnect. And It's a bit of a pain in the backside. I found it happen more often since the firmware update as well. So again, not sure if that's just a me and my iPhone 15 Pro problem, or that's something that's, reported as an issue. The frequent disconnects I get when I tab between the programs is a bit of a pain in the backside. Just having to go through that whole reconnect procedure, bit of a nightmare, but no big deal at the end of the day. Still an amazing camera, right? So another little pet peeve is sometimes when I fire it up, it will have completely forgotten my settings. So the way I've got my Osmo Pocket 3 set up is I use the touch slider for zoom, and then I use the joystick for gimbal control. Now, sometimes I will fire it up and it will have just forgotten that setting randomly. So I have to come down, go back into the swipe down menu, reset that setting, close it, open it, and hope it's saved this time. So only really for that setting as well. That's the one that it keeps forgetting for me. Is that just a me thing? Is that an issue? I don't know, but kind of a pain in the butt because I use the joystick all the time. And finally, just a general gripe really, and that's the lack of any kind of water sealing on the Osmo Pocket 3. I mean, its whole durability will come into question after a period of use. It's a mechanical gimbal, it's a lightweight kind of plasticky device. It's going to break at some point. I mean, it's inevitable. I mean, I baby the crap out of my electronics, especially expensive ones. But just the other day, I'm out on the river and I'm shooting B-roll, and I've got my dog with me. I'm wearing shorts and t-shirt. All of a sudden it rains. Totally out of nowhere. It wasn't forecast. I had no idea it was going to rain. I'm in shorts and t-shirts. I had nothing but my hard case, my little, handheld protector case for the Osmo Pocket 3, and that was it. So I ended up having to put it up my t-shirt and kind of sprinting home, hoping that it didn't get drenched. Now, I've learned my lesson from that. I have this waterproof hard shell case that came with a shoulder strap. I'm not going to leave home without it. That was just lazy on my part. I didn't want to carry this big old thing around, but I mean, it's got a shoulder strap and that's what it's there for. It was just silly to leave the house. And I think you're kind of tempting fate if you leave the house and you live anywhere, say in the Pacific Northwest, where random rain showers can occur at any moment in time, and you have literally no way of protecting this from the elements. So a little heads up on that. Not waterproof, not water resistant, will probably explode, catch fire, spontaneously combust if you even sneeze on it. Hopefully you get what I'm saying. It's a delicate electronic device that has no waterproof rating. It has no water resistance rating. There is no IP rating. Just something to think about. I was caught in the rain. It was my own fault. I should have had the forethought to realize that, hey, hang on a minute. You're in the Pacific Northwest. It might rain at any moment. So yeah, lesson learned. I'm just not going to leave home without my little hard case anymore. Better to be safe than sorry. I do have DJI Care Refresh, but I'd rather not be without my DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I literally use it every single day. It's phenomenal. I love this thing. Don't take this video as anything else. I just want to have a little bit of a level playing field. While it is almost perfect, it's not quite perfect. Somebody's got to do it, right? However, it would be fantastic if the Osmo Pocket 4 had some kind of weather resistance. I don't know how you would do it with a mechanical gimbal. I'm not an engineer, a product engineer, but if that's something they could figure out, that would give me a little bit more peace of mind. I'm going to do a pros video and join the rest of the other 10,000 creators who do nothing but sing the praises of this camera. Like I say, when I say I use this every day, I mean, I've used this every single day for the past, I don't know, month since I got it. I've used it for every possible type of scenario, and it is phenomenal. I absolutely love it. If DJI randomly stumble upon this, maybe take heed. If I'm completely wrong, let me know. If this is just user error, please, I am all for criticism down there in the comments. Let me have it. Anyway, until the next time, I've been UK. You've been fantastic. I will see you in the next one.